Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fish, Bucks, and Bullets here. Today we're back out in the woods, and we've got a new gun to show you. This is the Thompson Center Compass 2 Compact in 223556. So I just picked this up, and I went ahead and put a Vortex Crossfire 2 3 to 9x40 scope on it. With some weaver rings, and we got it resting today on some Caldwell dead shot bags that I picked up as well for just 35 bucks at Sportsman's. But a little bit about the gun. It's the compact version, so as you can see, it's pretty short. It's 36 inches long from end to end. The specs say that it weighs 6.5 pounds. Of course, that's without the rings and the scope and without the ammo in it, but 6.5 pounds. It feels very solid. It feels heavier than that, to be honest with you. It's got the composite stock, but it feels pretty solid, and there's a pretty good chunk of metal there, you know, where on the barrel closer to the receiver. So it's not super light, and it doesn't feel super cheap, so that's one thing about it. Let's see. It is 223/556 NATO, so it shoots both, so that's good. Gives me more options for ammo, and it's got the, I don't know what you'd call it. It's got the special bolt here that has a very low throw, so it clears the scope real easy. I don't know what the degree is on it. And when I was running this bolt at first, it felt a little stiff, but it's really loosening up nicely now. It's nice and smooth. Let's see. It's got the threaded barrel there with I'm told it is a 1/2 to 28 thread. I think that's standard. I don't know much about that stuff, but that's what they told me at Sportsman's. And the website didn't have those specs on there, so I assume that to be the case, and I'm thinking about getting something to put on the end of it. A flash hider, a suppressor, not a suppressor, I don't have a license for that. A flash hider compensator, something like that. And it's more for aesthetic look that I want to do that for, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's see, it's got the Sling Studs here, so I can put a sling on there. So those are screwed into the stock, and it's got of course, a detachable 5-round magazine with a little clip on there. Again, I've heard people say that stuff. I don't know the reliability of this particular model, but it doesn't look real sturdy, but I have to think that they make them sturdy to last a long time. I can see a little spring in there, and it looks like it's held in by a little pin, so I don't know. Makes me want to kind of buy a backup one at least, you know. It's a good reason to have, you know, it's always a good idea to have more than one anyway, but, so I'll think about getting a spare magazine. And it goes in positively, comes out easily, so no problem there. The trigger is the Gen 2 trigger, so it's similar to the Savage AccuTrigger type of thing, and it's supposed to be 3 to 4 pounds coming from the factory. I do not have a trigger gauge, so I don't know for sure, but it does feel pretty good. It feels like a 2-stage trigger, what I know to be a 2-stage trigger. So it's got, we're on safe here, it's got a little bit of take up, and then it breaks. Obviously, gonna make sure we're empty, and okay. Maybe when it's cocked, it doesn't have that take up. Now, it doesn't seem to have the take up when it's cocked. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. The butt pad on it, it's got 2 butt pads that comes with it. This one has the spacer. It gives me a little length of pull. I think it's about 13.36 inches, if I remember correctly, with the longer one, and then it's like 12 and a half with the shorter one. So for now, I'm going to leave that on there. I would like to have my kids get into shooting with me, and maybe if I do that, I'll slap on that shorter butt pad. But for now, I'll call this good. Let's see, it's got some good grip on there, and again, this part, you know, is probably the most hollow sounding part, but it doesn't feel super cheap, and this feels pretty solid up here. So I don't know what all they got going on in there. I'm not going to take it apart to look, but let's see. And then yeah, it's on the bottom, it's got this little TC logo there, and I didn't really realize this until I bought the gun, but the TC is owned by Smith & Wesson, I guess. It says Compass Smith & Wesson, Springfield, Massachusetts, USA. So, didn't realize that. I do believe that Smith & Wesson's a quality company. I think TC is as well. So I think it's going to be, for a budget rifle, I should tell you how much I got this for. I bought it brand new for $379, of course without the scope, and scope cost me $150. Bought that off Sportsman's website, and then I got the rings from Sportsman's, and I had them mount it and bore sight it for me today. So just I don't have all the tools that I would like to have in order to do that correctly. Maybe one of the days I'll get it. If I keep buying more guns, I probably should. But it's nice to just have them do it. And the last time they did it with my 22 mag, that they did an excellent job. I didn't even have to adjust the sighting on it. Safety is a 3-position safety. You might have seen me trying to manipulate that earlier. So fully forward is fire. Middle is safety, but you can open the bolt. And then all the way back is completely locks the bolt and on safety. So I like that type of a safety. I have it on my Ruger M77s, Mark II, and Hawkeye, and I like that. I don't know, what is it, a Mauser's type safety? I don't know. I also have it on my Winchester model 7270. All of them are a little bit different feeling. This safety was really stiff. It's getting a little better, or I'm just getting more used to it, but it was really stiff at first. Seems a little better now. A lot easier to, or seems a little easier to manipulate now. It's a 1 in 9 twist. So I think that's kind of a middle ground for bullet weights that it can shoot, and that may be an issue here. 55 grains is pretty low on the spectrum for, maybe a little low on the spectrum for a 1 in 9 twist. I don't know. I don't think that should make a difference, honestly. Okay, another fact about this rifle that I can share real quick is that these bases did come with the rifle. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I don't think I did. The bases come mounted on the rifle by the factory, so these little bad boys here, which limits a little bit to what you can actually use on the gun. I wanted to use Leupold's rings, but they require you to have Leupold bases. I didn't really realize that, but that's not a big deal. It's a budget gun. Like I say, the MSRP listed on the website is $417, and I got it for $379, actually at a local pawn shop, but it's brand new in the box, so so there's that little tidbit, those couple extra little details. Anyway, if you have any questions that I didn't cover, let me know. Otherwise, it's I'm pretty happy with it. It's very compact. I like the 223.556 caliber. I don't have an AR-15 yet, but I like the fact that you can get reasonably priced ammo to shoot, you know, kind of in bulk with in this caliber, these calibers. So I just want to have fun and shoot some targets. Obviously, I would also use this for coyote hunting, and I've purchased some ammo that could be used for deer hunting. I know that's a controversial statement, but some people do it successfully. And, you know, in the right conditions, I think you can. If you keep your shots at a, you know, 100 to 150 yards at the most, and use good ammo that is intended for big game. So we won't get too much into that, but I'm going to go ahead and get this bad boy fired up.